And he's there. He was waiting the whole time. Wait, let me see that. We do like this. And here. Bam. So, okay, let's check loudness. Do we have sound? Vladislav, how are you? You had a nice Friday?
Yeah, pretty good one. Thanks.
Yeah. Thanks.
I'll have to
Nice.
get used to watch comments and myself. Yeah, at the same time. First time streaming.
Vladislav, why am I calling you? Because you are the singer on our second track. And we had some fun the last weeks together. From nice talks to very good song. You sang on our second track, and I really like this version. I'm in love with that. I will replace it in my Cradle of Filth playlists, so I don't have to listen to the old version again. Never.
Okay, yeah. Well, actually, I also enjoyed it very much. Well, I think it went pretty well. Still, like vocals were very different from the original one, but it hit the right spot, I think.
Yeah, right. And for those that don't know, you come from the Ukraine, and it was the first song in English.
Yeah, actually, yes. Never used to record in English before. It was my first experience, so guys, sorry for my strong Slavic accent.
No, that's the kind of character that I like, opposite to the original, yeah? It has more character. But we don't expect English songs from you in the future. I know that.
Well, maybe. I don't know. It's hard. I don't know. It's hard for me to write lyrics, even in Ukrainian. I don't know about English.
Yeah, but many Ukrainians speak very good English. I know some people, and everyone's speaking very good English. What I like, because Ukrainian is really hard to learn and really hard to understand, even for guys like me who can speak Croatian and understand a lot of stuff in different languages. I have no clue. I have no clue what this is about. But the same with similar languages. So for internationality, if you want to really go rockstar style, you would have to choose English, I think.
Yeah, maybe. But there are some bands that sing in their like first language, and they're quite popular as well. But well, it's how to say. It's too far in the future to look.
Yeah.
Mean, like
Absolutely. And I think
let's stop on Ukrainian at this moment.
yeah, but I think it's important because when I mixed your album, I was like, okay, I don't understand the word, but I get like the feeling of, I know when I record vocals, I have to be in the right mood. I have to feel the anger to do these kind of vocals. When I smoked too much weed and I had like too much cake and too much coffee, no, I'm too friendly. Then I can't do that. Recording is different. Performing live is another thing. But when you record, you need this character in your voice that people, they have to believe you. And that's what I liked. I believed every single scream. So that's the difference, and it doesn't matter on the vocals. I would listen to music in every language as long as it's good.
Sure,
So,
yeah, I agree. If I'm too interested in lyrics, I will search for text and translate it myself, for example. Yeah.
Right. Did you release your album too?
I mean, the way I do it. Yeah. Besides, I wanted to ask: should I switch to headphones? Isn't there any echo or?
No, the echo is me. I have a technical difficulty like always. No, it's me. Really, the Discord doesn't fit correctly. I don't know, and I'm not wasting time on this. I just automate my volume like this, and there's the effect, and there it's gone. Many people may be surprised now when they listen to this afterwards, but we spend a lot of time together in the mornings and talk, and I do music, and we do stuff like promotion stuff together. So we spend a lot of time together. But this is not what I want to know. What I want to know is, and I ask that everyone that comes here, is the bands you listen to, and are there any bands that don't fit into your own genre? I mean, like, I listen to a lot of hip hop music, and when I tell people like, yeah, but you are a black metal producer, no, I'm not. I'm a music producer, and I listen to every kind of music. And metal is not the one that I prefer. Yeah, I know a lot of people think that, but it's not like that. That's false. So I'm always curious about what people listen to when they don't listen to their specific genre. You know?
Yeah, well, actually, for now, maybe 90% of my playlist is metal, but well, I also used to listen to some rap, but very how to say, very mainstream one,
Yeah.
like Eminem, like well, when I was like 10, 11 years old, 50 Cent was like everywhere, all his songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, what else? Well, also I listen a little bit to drum and bass,
Oh yeah,
but
me too. I love
of
drum
course
bass and
some
dubstep music.
old school electronic music like Darude, for example. Uh, what
Oh,
else?
a funny
Also,
story.
I
We are on the same label as The Root. That's really true. Our distributor is Contour Records. Contour Records is the world's biggest techno label.
Yeah, when you used to be a DJ, you were on the same level, yeah?
No, that's because of our distributor now. Because he's tied to this label. Like, you have distributors that are on Warner Music or on whatever you want to know. Big labels, Sony, Virgin Records. And Contour Records is based in Hamburg, like our distributor. And they are the biggest techno label in the world. They have all big artists released. And the Root, the Sandstorm, was also released on Contour Records.
Oh,
As a little
great.
side fact, but they do all kinds of music. Yeah.
They
Not tied to
I
techno
understood.
music. Yeah, but that's I listen to a lot of electronic music too. I like dubstep. I like crazy moombaton stuff, Brazilian reggaeton, stuff like this. I know it's weird.
Funk also is kind of good. Quite a new genre, but I think it's like mix of hip hop and electronic, something like that.
Yeah. Right. And drum bass, every year has one big drum bass hit. That's what I like on the music. This comes back every year for maybe one song, maybe two songs, but it comes back every year. That's very nice. We have to make a drum bass playlist with cool, crazy songs. Yeah, we're gonna do that. So, drum bass music. Okay, but you listen to metal 90% of the time. So what is the best metal bands now for Vyr Muk?
For Vyr Muk? Well, I guess yeah, for example, I heard it in comments from people that and I myself compare a little bit to such bands as Behemoth, Dimmu Borgir, I don't know, Septic Flesh. Of course, they are much better, but this is the style, and I want to follow, I would say. Yeah. Yeah. So I those three are the main, I would say. Well, yeah. Also, now I listen to lots of Ukrainian bands, but most of them are kind of underground.
And a lot of one
And
man
the
projects.
metal scene has lots of new bands and projects for the last 2-3 years. Like for myself, I noticed lots of new bands, and I'm really happy. I never thought, for example, in 4 or 5 years ago, I mostly didn't listen to Ukrainian bands at all. All of the music was Western, like European, USA, Canada, and some from other countries bands. I mean,
Yeah.
and yeah, I started intentionally looking for Ukrainian bands 3 years ago, and I found lots of interesting for myself. So
Yeah, I also made my deep dive into Ukrainian scene, and it was there's so many bands of different styles, even mainstream orientated bands that now come up because people are more interested now. Because the best art grows in the dirt, they say, and now people have more focus, I think, on culture, and this is good for the metal scene, especially for this kind of metal scene that we come from, which is DIY orientated and not like classic. Go to your rehearsal room and rehearsal for 2 or 3 years. Now we are producing bands, and we do that because we have big output and don't have time to waste on members because it flows. Yeah, there's always stuff coming out. So this is different. These kind of bands, they come up all now. So many one-man bands, two-man bands,
yeah.
and that's fantastic. That's really fantastic because most of these bands, they have good sound. I would not say
Yeah, due
they're
to technology bloom now,
yeah,
even at home you can have like pretty good one, pretty good one.
yeah. That's right. And what is difficult for me is to see when these bands are just copying bands. Sorry, because I'm not really into all these underground, even black metal stuff. I went out of that 20 years ago, so this is way too far for me. I try to catch whatever I can. That's why I make these Friday streams in the mornings where I can just check out stuff. Because if I don't do this, I will never hear any new music, metal related stuff. So I need this.
Yeah. Actually, the other problem is now that why I want to touch this topic. Yesterday, I saw a post on Instagram. It's related to Ukrainian music scene. It
Yeah.
doesn't connect it to any genre, just music produced from Ukrainian artists for 2040. Oh, for 24, sorry, 2024, and the post says that almost third part of it, of the whole releases, so several thousand albums, were AI generated completely.
Okay, and this was focused on the Ukrainian scene, or this was focused
On
on.
Ukrainian, yeah, because this it's so this it's like an agency, I would say, and it focuses on searching information about Ukrainian releases and statistics. It makes statistics by genres and so on and so on. And so he made this guy who makes this. He made research, and he said that almost 30% of music was generated, and it went some of those releases went into charts, so they became kind of popular.
Crazy. Crazy. Really crazy. Yeah. Thousands and thousands of albums. AI generated. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. It's only about Ukraine. I wonder how it is in Western countries. I can't imagine even.
For me, it's like this: the discussion is there that there is a lot of releases, but I don't see those releases. I don't get I don't get it into my internet bubble. What I see is that a lot of people are angry about using other AI stuff, especially covers and artworks. And this is a thing for me. Yeah, our single cover is AI generated, and it's AI generated because the purpose for the cover is just that people have something to look at. It's not like on the EP where we sat down and made a concept and talked to an artist and wanted the full experience. Yeah, it's just a single, and it's not a full on product. It's a bridge. It's like just a little piece that you get, but this singles won't be released on any album. They are like this, and they would stay like this. This is no pre-release, no nothing. This is just a single, and we're going to do a couple of those because doing an album takes time, even when you're only two people, and it's a lot of work when it's done till it's get released. So we don't have time to always search for an artist and have like an idea and a concept. Yeah, AI takes away a bit of this work in this case, and it's okay for me because when I have a project where I put money in, then I go and search for an artist, and this is the way that we became together because the guy that makes our logo is the same that did your logo, right?
Yeah, Christopher.
Yeah, Christopher, he's a great guy. So
Back in the days, he made logos for very popular. I think he made a logo for Emperor. Yeah.
yeah, he made the first Emperor logo. Yeah,
Yeah. So, like,
yeah, he's just the guy, right? So to whom else do you go if you like all these artists and that's also a thing that why do you pay an artist to make your logo? Yeah, because I want a nice one. And why do you pay him to make a logo and not like a young artist who could make the same or better? And no, I wanted him because I did this band because it's a piece of history for me. People may won't get it, but we also write in our biography, our music is centered in a special age of music. We won't play modern deathcore riffs, even when they fit into the music, because we want to have this old vibe of music, and we want to have this old vibe of logos and even covers, yeah, if you want, but not for every product, not every time. It has to be right. It has to be good. Then I don't need AI because then I have the money to put in. So that's everything. The people don't want any AI covers. Okay, then don't listen to it. If you don't want it, I don't care. Doesn't make the music worse or better. So shit on that.
Yeah, like I had the same thoughts when I was making my Dungeon Synth EP.
Yeah.
Because it was kind of experimental for me, and I didn't know how it will go. So, and I decided, why should I? Why? And actually, well, I didn't have a right photo, for example, from myself to use it as a cover, and I decided to go to AI, and well, there was lots of hate related to the cover. why you could use just a photo, just blur it, and it would be better, and so on and so on. Yeah, so at that point, I decided that okay, maybe no more AI covers for me after this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but well, it's also understandable, and mostly there were people who are artists. I mean, like who draw something and cover themselves, who were pissed off because of
Yeah.
that. So it's I can understand them. So
Yeah.
when I heard about that research, I mean about AI music, I was also kind of pissed. So
Yeah. Absolutely.
because like one person can generate an album in one day, and it may probably go to charts, and uh, and I need to spend like several months to do this, and I don't know if it will go somewhere or not, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's about time and effort dedicated to the work. Yeah.
Absolutely. That's what's my thing. I could have done a cheap cover on my own. That would have taken some time, but it would have been possible. Do I want that?
Yeah, are there some people in chat right now? I don't know. No one is right. No one is writing. I mean, like maybe let's. We had a question about what other styles of music you listen to besides metal. So maybe someone in chat, if you want to
Good idea.
say what you listen to besides metal, please share your thoughts with us. It
Yeah,
would be
that would be
interesting to
nice.
hear as well.
Nice to know, because I go back all these chats that people suggest, and I listen to almost all of the stuff. If people do that, because yeah, as I said, don't listen to any new music. I don't have time for that. Sometimes it's sad, but most of the time it saves time. So if you have any
Well,
suggestions of
yeah,
nice music, non-metal, metal, bring it on the table. We want to hear it all. And we also want to know when we talk like bullshit for 20 times and we're boring. We will talk then again, but we try to be funny. So, I have one more question, and this is the last song on your EP. Was based on a traditional song. Yeah, and
yeah,
I want
yeah.
to hear the traditional song. I always forget to ask that. Send me the link to this
You
song.
wanted me to sing it?
If you want to, yes, but the song
I
is
don't know
also
the
nice.
It
Well,
will
we're
be
gonna plan
horrible.
that for like a special playthrough cover version for you for the channel. We do the original mixed up with your version. That would be a nice idea. Is it really the original harmony?
The beginning riff, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Mm.
So it's actually, yeah, a traditional Ukrainian song, like a pagan one. Even well, the text was changed when Christianity came, uh, like back in the history, so 1,000 years ago.
Mm.
Yeah, but the very original was a pagan one, and actually the sense of it, it describes the story of creation of the world.
Mm.
So, and the name is, it would be hard to translate for me, but in Ukrainian it sounds like "Ой, як же було із прежнє века." So mostly it means like "Oh, how it was back in the days in very ancient times." Yep. And well, I don't remember the text fully, but yep. the main sense is about creation of the world. Something like that. Yeah, I just liked this melody very much. And yeah, I decided to make my, well, like a cover and then add something from myself.
Sorry, nice. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'm always curious because I'm a big fan of the remixing culture. This maybe end up with my passion in electronic music. And I also did something like this on the last Consuela album where I made an Indian ragga, turned it into a progressive rock song. And it was not easy to do. Took me really a headache of a couple of weeks to get those riffs together, and because a ragga is very long, and to put it into like an easy understandable context, to make it like metal, and to put it in context, that this was really a lot of work. It took me a couple of months to do because I always worked on it for 2 or 3 days. Then I was exhausted of it. I could not do it anymore. And the song is called Ragu Raga. I uploaded the playthrough of it for live version. But in the studio version, this is such a weird song. The lead guitar is a clean guitar. To get these feeling for the song, like to keep it Indian in the sound, mess up. We had a bass player back then. He asked me, "What the fuck is this?" I said, "I don't know. I just saw it. It sounded cool, and I made a song out of it. And now, sorry, you have to play it." It was really like that, and he quit it after that. Really, long story short, he quit it after that song. He said, "I know we have 3 more songs, but I can't do it anymore." Yeah, Jesus. Yeah, no, not Jesus. Yeah, but he's good. It's still a fun song to play. So I don't care. And I still can play it. This is the best thing of all. So.
Tower says bye bye. Goodbye. Have a nice evening.
Yeah, he has to work now. He did send me a message, but?
He wrote it in the chat.
Yeah, no, he wrote me a message on the WhatsApp.
Mm.
So, yeah, there we are.
Yeah, but do we have, at least, does someone watching?
Yeah, there's always more people watching, but they don't appear in the thing. Hey.
They are shy.
Turn off the sound now. Okay.
Shy watchers.
Yeah, there was a nice talk. Normally, I would now switch to playing video games, but my wife is not here. She's playing with the kid. What am I doing now?
Got it. Yeah.
The kid is sick and it woke up. I'm sleeping. Yeah. Maybe I stop this for now and play some video games later. I should do this.
Okay.
And I should do promotion for my new video. I forgot it. I really forgot it. I didn't know it's Friday today. Oh, God. I need vacation. So, please tell the guys in your neighborhood that are like these rowdies, tell them to go home so that we can have a nice vacation. I mean, for real. That's not possible anymore. I can't visit those countries I want to go always because of someone who's making trouble. Yeah?
Yeah.
And you need vacation too, right? I know that. Yeah.
I would say yes. Just a little bit of quiet days.
Yeah.
Without something bad. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, but we're gonna do more records this year. You have new songs?
It was a question for me.
Yeah, it was a question for you. Do you have new songs?
Couple of demos at this point. Yeah, but not completely finished. Yeah,
Nice.
I have a request from another guy from Zaporizhia. He's a vocalist. Maybe we will do a feat with him. We will see how it goes. It's at the beginning of the process.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so on. And yeah. I don't know. Maybe there will be enough material to issue something in autumn. I don't know. It's hard to predict.
You don't have schedule for a new album and stuff now. I understand that.
I don't know. I don't have schedule for my life, you know.
We can change that if you want.
I mean, like, yeah, living in Kharkiv, in Ukraine, it's hard to schedule anything.
Yeah, I know. As you know, I have another friend who's living in Zaporizhia, and he, believe me, we have to crack that nut, because he has a very good girl singing clean and harsh vocals. And I'm digging on him, but she has two other bands, and she's not open to recording projects.
She likes
Boring.
more be on the stage, yeah, something like that.
Yeah. She's live oriented. So
And do you know names of the projects where she performs?
oh, he did send me. One is hard rock band and one's like a metalcore band.
Mm.
So, but both bands didn't release anything yet. It's all very new and not AI.
God.
Yeah, but this AI thing, I have to make research on that. I have an idea about that because we have something very similar in Germany, but not with AI generated songs, with TikToks and other stuff that comes from a very strange direction. And this is for the last 2 weeks. It was in the news, and we all know where that comes from. But they are.
What do you mean, boss? My very strange direction.
No. We talk to that. We can talk about that in private, because
God,
you know,
got it.
there's some researchers. You should finish first before you talk about them. If not, people will call you maybe a crazy, insane guy, or you get cancelled because you're. Yeah, you know what I mean, right?
Okay.
But there's something very interesting going on, like really. It's all a little bit AI related and social media related. And I would just say music is also very social media related. Because you need to promote it, right? Nothing is happening if you just upload an AI generated song. Nothing will. Yeah, it will not pop up. So,
Yep.
So there must be something behind to do promotion for that stuff, and this is social media. That's very interesting. We have to do research, and then we can have a big talk about that. Or we go really nuts and deep dive, because I see some really crazy shit out there. The world is crazy.
There is also some crazy shit on the internet, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely. And we
beginning
also,
from memes and so on.
yeah, crazy. Yeah, good. Hey, brother, let's close this one for today. Now we're gonna see each other.
Bye.
Thanks to all 2 guys that were in the stream for the whole time. Damn, that's nice. I thank you, really. We need that to make more music online and get people to learn shit. Because that's why I do that. I always get a lot of questions about producing, and I know a lot of guys like you that say, "Yeah, can you help me here? Can you help me there?" And I always like to do that. but there's more people asking than I have time for that. So that's why we want to do this channel and bring a little bit education to the people, and not like the buy a course to see how people work.
Yeah.
Because that's
It's
you can do that if you're really a beginner, but in the end, these courses are nothing. Sorry. And I studied that, and my university time was a total fail. So I learned nothing there. Nothing that I could really use afterwards. It's like going to
Wow.
school learning mathematics. Yeah. Yeah. I wish you a good night. Greetings to your mom. And
thanks.
I never forget something. Like this. I forget my clean shirts, you know. I wish you a very good night, and to all other people also. Sleep good. Drink your water. Take your supplements. What else? Go vegan.
What else? Be vegan, yeah.
Vladislav. You hear this
Do
every
good
morning. Drink your water, take your supplements, and go vegan. I love you.
Yeah. Thank you for having me today.
Yeah, it was nice. We do that the next time we talk about crazy AI shit.
Let's do.
Yeah. Okay then. Bye. Love you.
Okay, yeah.
Oh.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So, yeah, that's it for today. I'm very sorry. It was supposed to take longer, but my wife, she's, I think she's, at the moment, let's see what she's